Shalom, shalom. I want to give honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, this is another quick collect call from AHMATHYA. Okay, this is another stronghold. Our people like to run to Revelation 5 and 9. Okay, right. With the Israelites are among kindreds and tongues and people and nations. Okay, they like to run to that. Okay, so I already made a video. Okay, Revelation 7 and 9. Okay, loosely paraphrasing. Okay, right, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues. Okay, right. Then I just made a video, Matthew 28 and 19. Okay, teach all nations. So this is a stronghold on our people. All right, so we gotta go through the precepts. Okay, right, because our people like go run Matthew 28 19, Revelation 7 and 9, and Revelation 5 and 9. Okay, they like to run to that, right? But let me get a precept. They like to run to it and point at it and like, see, it say teach all nation. Okay, Matthew 28 and 19, it say teach all nation. They point at it and that's it. Let's go to Nehemiah 8 and 8. It's Nehemiah 8 and 8. So they read in the book, in the law of God distinctly, Slacky, and gave the sense, okay, and caused them to understand the reading, meaning gave the sense, meaning they need to break it down. What do it mean? Tell them, break it down what it means. So we gave the sense, okay, but the Christians don't break nothing down, okay, right? They just read it what it is and point at the scripture like, see, it say teach all nations, okay. But anyway, all right, let's go to Revelation 5 and 9, okay. All right, so hold on, before I go there, let me go to it. Let's go to the classic. Okay. Isaiah 28 and 10. Okay. The Christians, they don't go to that. They don't go precept on precept. This is Isaiah 28 and 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. So here I go to this book here, boom, I go to this other book, boom, it's talking about that. Okay, right, here, there, and there a little. Okay, right. So let's go to Revelation 5 and 9. All right. It's Revelation 5 and 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seal thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. Meaning Israelites were in all kindred, tongues, and people and nations, right? Okay, verse 10. And has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Right? Let's go to Acts 2 and verse 5. Okay? Let's go to Acts 2 and verse 5. So this Acts 2 and verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. Right? Meaning, the Jews 3 times a year have to go to Jerusalem to keep the 3 major high holy days, right? We already know what that is, right? The Feast of Unleavened Bread, right? The Feast of Weeks, aka Pentecost, right? The Feast of Tabernacle, right? Okay, right. So you wouldn't have another nation outside of the Jews, right? Coming to the temple of Yahweh, all right? Okay, you know what I mean? To keep the Pentecost, okay? So, right, and out of every nation, meaning you had Jews from Elam, okay, and Jews from Hamath, right, and you had strangers of like what, Rome and Thessalonica. So you had Israelites all over the earth 3 times a year, right, and they will come to Jerusalem to keep the Pentecost, okay, right. Verse 6. Now when this was so I can read it again. Now when this was noised abroad, Slacky, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language. Meaning one brother could be living in Mexico speaking Spanish, right? Or another brother could be living in France speaking French, right? Or somebody could be living in Japan speaking Japanese, or in China speaking Chinese, okay, right? So you had Israelites living in all other nations, right? And you had Israelites who came to Jerusalem to keep the feast days. Okay, right. So you had Israelites dwelling in all nations, and just like you got Israelites dwelling in all nations today. Okay, right. So let's drop down to verse 9. Okay, because this is where the Israelites was at. Okay, verse 9. And Parthians, Slaki, and Medes, and Elamites, and the dwellers of Mesopotamia, and in Judea, and Cappadocia, Slaki, and Pontus, Slaki, in Asia. Verse 10. And Pygra, Slaki, and Pamphylia, Slaki, in Egypt, and in the parts of Libya, Slaki, about Cyrene, Slaki, and strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes. Verse 11. Greeks and Arabians, we do hear them speak in our tongues the wonderful works of Yahweh. Right. So we was in all these places, right? Just like in today. Same concept we're in today. We're in Australia. Okay? Right. We're in Japan. We're in China. We're in Africa. Okay? We're in the islands. All right? We're in London. Man, we're just not here in America. Okay? AKA Babylon and Mexico. Okay? Right. We're just not, man, we all over. Okay? Same concept back then. We was dwelling in all the other nations, right? All right, all kindred tongues and peoples and nations. Same concept today. Okay, right. Hope this was edifying. This is another quick call from AHMATHYA. Okay, I want to give honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Shalom.